Welcome. Hello, Mr. I did a show now. Look at that.
I'm big time. Who are you again?
What's happening here? I don't blame you.
Huh?
I don't blame you.
Oh, yeah, I do one show. Welcome to In Search of Zen.
Yes, sir. How are you, folks? I hope you all doing good. We're happy to be here entertaining you after Jason entertained real people.
One time, yeah.
One time, too.
It's like once this the only time this year.
That's it.
Live.
You're like,
and probably the last.
You're
so,
like,
because I'm going to jail for the show I did.
Oh, dude. I think you and I both broke the law this weekend, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did it a bunch of times. I murdered 3 prostitutes. So
good. They deserve it. There's a lot of
there's so many in your neighborhood. I was just like,
it's too many, right?
You're not going to miss a couple.
I agree with you. Nobody noticed. No.
What did you do? How did you break the law?
Unless you have a favorite prostitute, then you're like...
I imagine some guys do, right?
What happened to...
They're like, yeah, come on, Trixie.
Happened to Fatty Francis.
Yeah. Fatty Francis. That's a very mean name. You're a prostitute.
Well, listen, I mean, he's not really paying her to be nice.
Yeah, but it's not like she's being mean by being called Fatty Francis.
Well, he's not paying her for him to be nice.
Oh, I see.
He wants to get out of his aggression because curmudgeon Claire, his wife, is annoying.
Terrible name.
He just gives names for people.
I used to date this girl, Michelle, and she tried roller derby for a bit. It was like her little hobby.
Those girls are usually hot.
Yeah, but she tried and she gave up pretty quickly. But she was like telling me about like
not enough derby.
Not enough derby. Too much roller. No, she was telling me about like some of the girls' names and stuff, because like they pick like tough names.
Yeah.
And he was like, the one girl's name was Back Alley Sally. I'm like, that's not tough.
That's not tough. That's
promiscuous. Michelle's like, that's tough. And that's what I said. I said, I knew a girl named Back Alley Sally before, and it wasn't good. She was tough. No. And then Michelle got really mad at me because I was talking about whores.
I know.
You see? So,
I'm glad you had to explain it to me.
I try to clear things up.
Did I look too confused?
Well, yeah. You're like, what?
Well, can I say this before we get into the serious stuff? Can I say your beverage choice is always on point, my friend?
I try to take care of my guests.
I know. You felt attacked from last weekend's episode, so I wanted.
I always feel attacked.
I wanted to make sure that to congratulate you and your lovely spouse on just the amazing beverage choice.
Oh, we don't fuck around because we like them too. You know what I mean? It's not joke. We make it seem like it's all about our guests, but really. We've drank in most of these, so they're mostly gone.
Because I do have a diabetic's diet where I love diet drinks. But
yeah. You're a fan of. Some people are super picky with that.
No, I love diet drinks.
You're always good with that.
But there's not much of a variety really when it comes to diet drinks. So
yes. So when you see these,
I don't know how you find them, but you do, and I
honestly Walmart.
Every time
Walmart comes through. I think
Walmart's
they hide them piece of shit company, but they come through on the diabetic.
I think they hide them from me every time I go. That they're like
the
Arabs here.
They do hate Arabs.
I don't blame them,
especially the Hamilton location.
We do because there's a lot of Arabs.
There is.
There's so many.
There is actually a lot of Arabs in Hamilton. There's a whole community.
An entire community.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of us here, and you're welcome. We make Hamilton a better place.
Yeah. It's the only.
All of our shawarma.
Hamilton likes to pretend that Italians aren't white, but they're white.
Especially when Arabs are around.
Especially when, we got this guy here.
Even the Italians are like,
really bringing the brown to town. You know what I mean?
It's like it's like how black excellence, but brown excellence is like not a really.
I know nobody wants to hear about that.
I don't. Even if I ever do achieve brown excellence, just call me white supremacist. I would prefer that.
Well, yeah, I've been calling you that for years, since the 80s. What did you do that was so illegal?
I don't want to really reveal too much because it's like
you'll be deported.
But that's number one, and number two, it's a project. It's in the progress.
I
so
see.
Okay,
so it was like a secret film thing. It was a secret. He's working with Quentin Tarantino on a top secret film.
Yeah, exactly. Daniel Day-Lewis is in it.
They accidentally linked me into Zoom, and I was like, "You fools! I'm telling everybody."
He's like, Tarantino's like a lot of N-word, and he's like, "What?"
He's like, just pepper in the N-word.
Just anywhere you can.
Anywhere you
can.
But
they're all white. They're like, oh, even better.
Even better. Yeah, he's all about that.
It's like, relax, Quentin. Like, you just want to include it every time you can.
Yeah, we get it now.
But I want to.
So we both kind of broke the law because of our art.
Yes, exactly. Yes, sir. But No, for those who forgot or don't know, is that you quit smoking. So
I did.
So
yeah.
to be honest, I was a little bit concerned for you.
Sure.
Because I know it's your first show without smoking, and I know how you like to cope. Whether it's a good or bad set, you like to cope with cigarettes.
Cigarettes are always
tell the people how that went.
So the one good thing about the show, not the one good thing. The one good thing, like pertaining to smoking,
yes,
I mean.
Yes, sir.
That's good about it. There was no smokers there.
Good.
It was literally Eric vaping in the back, which doesn't trigger me at
Well,
all.
for different reasons.
It does trigger me as in, like, I want to slap him.
Yeah.
Because he's a vape.
He might accidentally hit an arm, though.
His big arm just gets in the way. I'd knock it out. I'd get through it and knock his fucking vape pen out of his mouth. But that doesn't trigger me at all.
He calls arm wrestling body wrestling. I just
want
to throw that in there. Okay, sorry.
It's just an arm that's vaping. So yeah, I don't know. He's blowing fucking Hubba Bubba smoke or whatever the fuck he's doing in the back. But because of the ritual, I found myself standing in the back out of my seat just before I went up anyways, because that's where I would be to go smoke usually.
Because you're a social outcast and you don't let anybody in.
Yeah, I don't like anybody.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of hovering back there,
like
only without the cigarette, and then like the more I was on, in front of them, the more like kind of relaxed I got to the set.
Yeah.
And then I will say this, at the end of the set when I finished,
yes,
I didn't have that same anxiety as I did at the beginning of the set.
Good.
Where I was like, I have anxiety and now I need to smoke.
Yeah.
I maybe had a bit of that at the beginning of the set.
But
at
not
the end of the set, I didn't have any of that. And even when I did smoke before, I had it at the beginning and end of every set. Yeah. So to not have it at the end was kind of good.
Well, that's good.
Say.
So
I just sat back down on my chair at the end of the set.
You just get kept like sticking. As long as I sit in this chair, everything will be fine.
Pretty much, as long as I don't
you're aggressive.
Stand. Oh my god.
Oh my god. That was a little bit of excitement for you folks.
Yeah. He's on a bunch of medications. Don't work.
Chewy's like a retired veteran. Like
he's
he's got all sorts of pills and he doesn't want to pay rent anymore.
He never has.
No, he doesn't like it.
That is the one thing.
He's really upset.
Treated like a war vet.
But yeah, that was Chewy for you. So yeah, so you were managed. I think like the psychology was just to not like mingle with people as much, maybe, because that enables you, because you kind of associate hanging out with people outside of a show with smoking, right?
And smoking. Again, so that was pretty easy in the fact that there was like no smokers around.
That's good. Yeah. That's good.
But obviously that's going to change from show to show.
Of course.
But I will say even before the show, we met at Eric's in his backyard. Mm-hmm. And we're like waiting for him because he like had to put on, I don't know, fucking 30 shirts or something.
You're going to try which one is ready. Best for you, yeah.
And some of his sister's friends were hanging out in the backyard. And they were smokers, and I was sitting with them because I've met some of them before, or actually all of them before.
Yeah.
So I was hanging back there, and a lot of them were smoking, and even then I was like hanging in there, and I wasn't super like I wasn't tweaking out or anything. So that was good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely like a PTSD thing because you're doing so well, and.
It's almost been 4.5 months.
Yeah, and you already feel the benefits, right?
Yes.
Like you're immediately feeling the benefits, so you want to keep that going. But it's just that the more you interact with people, the more you're in your surrounding. It feel like for me, and you probably relate to this, smoking, it doesn't only happen when you're anxious or nervous or upset. It even happens when you're really happy, too.
Yes. No, yeah, it's the thing. You use it to like calm down from something, but you also use it to celebrate stuff.
Yeah. Whenever I feel excited about something or happy with something, when I jerk off or anything like that,
of course,
you gotta want to light a ciggy, You
that's it. You light up.
That's what you want to do. Yeah, you want to light it up. But yeah, no, but the show itself was good though, right?
The show itself was good. It was a lot of fun. The people were nice. They talked to us after.
How were the jokes?
Yeah, they were fine. I had a couple new things, some that worked, some that didn't, but it's like whatever. I'm just glad I tried some new stuff, and I'm not like just sticking
we were
to
waiting for you to do that.
You know, like, fuck, I was waiting for it. Because even the newer stuff that I wrote, and by newer, I mean stuff
before,
that we wrote before,
yes,
when we had even
that wasn't
some
worked
shows
out. No,
that wasn't worked out, that stuff feels old now.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I guess maybe it's weird. You would feel like the passage of time is in relation to how many times you perform the joke, not actual time passing.
no, I always think of it as like when I had the idea.
Okay.
as
Well,
opposed
you've
to
also
doing it.
also matured, right, from when the quarantine happened, right?
I doubt that.
No, nothing's
but,
changed. No,
yeah.
same static person in place.
Yeah. I'm
As
pretty-
time goes by, you're just in the same
mad
place,
and older.
not progressing.
No, not at all.
Okay, well, that's good.
I'll say this though, Fatty.
Tell me, please.
I'm getting a new car.
Don't say it.
Yeah.
For
I
real?
have to.
Why?
Because that thing's a piece of shit.
No, it's not.
Every week I bring it to
It's something new with it.
mechanic, and then that is resolved, and then something new happens.
Jesus.
It's just too old. It's got too many kilometers. I think that accident I got to in the winter
really
maybe
done
messed
it.
up.
Did.
I think
But
maybe
wasn't
it
that
did.
wasn't that really strong of an accident anyway?
No, but some of the metal bent, and it
Yeah.
could have fucked up the transmission in the front,
Whoa.
right? So if
Okay.
it even like maybe didn't shut it down completely, but if it did something to it,
It really tucked
because
it
it's
back.
like high revving. It wouldn't come out of like, it wouldn't roll out of park. It wouldn't do certain things like
Yes.
that. Did I tell you what happened last week?
No.
The locks just stopped working.
You were locked in your
And
car?
I don't mean, no, I couldn't get in.
Oh, you couldn't get in.
And I don't even mean like the automatic locks. I mean manually turning the key.
It just wouldn't do it.
Wouldn't open. I had to go to this shop. They replaced it. I have a key to get in my car and then a key to start
ignite
my
it, yeah.
car.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's that's a message from the car. It's like, I'm tired.
It's like, I'm done. I
I'm
don't
done.
want
I don't
you
want-
in here.
No.
No, nothing left.
So you're on the surge now.
So then I did that. So then that happened, and I got him to fix that. And then this week, as soon as I turn it on, it just starts revving loudly. If I'm going 10 kilometers an hour, it sounds like I'm going 150.
It doesn't shift gears.
No,
Something with the transmission.
it's the transmission.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's the transmission. And to replace the entire transmission is $2,000. And why am I putting that kind of money into a car that has like over 200 kilometers
Yeah,
on it?
at this point, you're
Like well over. It's
at
like
the- yeah.
250.
At this point, you're putting in more money than you actually cost
It's
to
not
buy
worth
the
it.
car.
It's not worth it. So I looked at a car today.
Oh, tell us.
Sticking with Civics,
Oh yeah.
2012,
Ooh wee.
black. I love you.
Yeah.
130 kilometers.
Not bad.
So not bad.
Not bad.
7 G's.
7 G's.
So not bad.
Look at you,
Not
Mr.
bad.
Bargain Man.
Not bad,
Not
right?
bad at all. And,
So-
and 130 is like really good.
He's coming to the shop near us to get the safety certification tomorrow.
Pimp your ride.
I set it up for him down the street at Active
Exhibit's
Green
gonna
and
show
Ross.
up and just gonna.
They're a sponsor of the show. Yeah, Exhibit's gonna be there. Also a sponsor of the
I
show.
always want to. I want to say this though because I didn't. Did we talk about Exhibit before?
No, I wish we did more.
No, I think
honestly.
about Pimp My Ride. I think we spoke about Pimp My Ride before.
Maybe.
I don't know. I talked to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, you ever notice how the Exhibit? It's not like he gets them a new car. He takes them the shitty one that they have, and he just makes it nicer.
He just puts speakers in it.
Yeah, that's all he does.
All he would do to my car, he wouldn't fix the transmission, but it would just be like these
yeah,
subwoofers.
exactly. Yeah, he won't give you an oil change, but he'll put a kitchen in your trunk or something.
Well, I guess that's like pimps aren't known for nice cars. They're
Not at all.
known for flashiness.
No, I know.
So that's the point. The point isn't that you have a nice car. The point is that your car is now flashy.
Yeah, I don't know a pimp that will make you a nice souffle in the back of his trunk.
Is that what happens?
I don't know. He
to
puts
the
a lot
car?
of weird things in people. That he puts a
He did.
lab.
Yeah.
A COVID test lab. He puts a lot of things in there.
Well, pimp's one of those things. It's crazy to think about that was like not that long ago. That you would just associate something being cool with a
That guy's
pimp.
pimping.
With a pimp.
Yeah.
You don't do that anymore. Like when I was in high school, I remember like the high school Halloween dance. A couple guys win as pimps, and girls were like, You know,
They're
they're girls.
Yeah.
No. I mean, like the girls when it's like the hose.
Oh.
That's when it's like it would be like a guy with like a top hat and a cane, like a high school boy.
Yeah, like pretend
Walking with girls, and it's like this whole. And I'm like, that wouldn't fly. Now I don't think in a high school, right? They'd be like.
No, those girls would like be undercover hoes, and they would assassinate you for being a chauvinist piece of shit.
Yeah, for being a chauvinist.
Yeah,
it's very much like
but it's been glorified for so long. Like,
for
that
years.
that guy's a pimp, you know.
Dude, I guess you didn't watch wrestling growing up, did you?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
There was a character named Pimp Daddy or something like that.
I know.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I know, like a Scott Steiner or whatever the fuck is. Is that his name?
But he didn't play a pimp. That's
The muscles.
Scott
Didn't they call
Steiner.
him like Daddy or something like that?
Big Papa Pump.
Oh, there you go.
No, there's another guy, and his literal theme song was "Pimpin' ain't easy, man."
No, I don't
you know
remember
that song.
No, I don't remember. People that are fans of wrestling are hating me
Yeah,
right now.
they probably hate you.
So, but he was like a all out.
He came down
all out
as a pimp. I'm like 13, 14. I'm watching this guy. He's walking the street, and he had like the hose that would come down with him and stuff too, down the aisle.
No, I think everything has downgraded in quality. Like even the pimps. There are probably pimps out there.
Oh, there's definitely still pimps like that in the world.
Look, if you've seen our street, then for sure there must be somewhere.
No, not our street.
There's a lot of
prostitutes, but I feel like that's like survival prostitution.
Oh, like independent contractor.
Independent. They're just like they're dope sick. And
I guess
they need to make like a bit of money to survive.
I see.
I think that's what it's more.
Fair enough.
Like.
No, I think it's just like even the pimps now. It's probably like Bob next door. Like that's the pimp.
Oh, you don't think that they have like cool
Not
coats
at all.
anymore?
I highly doubt it,
dude. I guarantee, like in Chicago, a pimp still looks like a pimp.
Oh yeah,
no,
we're talking about here though.
Okay. Well, I don't know if in Canada were pimps ever flashy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen somebody all flashy and done up in Canada where I'm like, you're pretending. This isn't who you are.
This is
like
not
in the States, I've seen a black guy in a purple suit, and I'm like, that's who you are.
Okay.
You're not trying to be.
That's literally you graduated to that.
You were just always that.
Yes.
You were just always going to be the purple suit guy. You're not trying to be zany.
You could have been doctor and you had like a purple trench coat.
You were always going to have that suit one day. It was you probably got it on your wedding, or it was probably passed down from another cool relative.
Yeah.
But you were always going to wear that. You're not trying to be somebody.
Yeah.
You're just that person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know, like the difference?
I totally know it. I absolutely. It's like the same thing with like when you're a kid and you try to hit on a girl, but then you see the cool guy hitting on girls, and you're like, okay, let me try to do that. But then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because that's not who you are.
You're just not that guy.
You're not the cool guy.
You're not the guy that asks girls out in the middle of the day.
Exactly.
You're just not that guy.
Like if you're at a coffee shop and come up to her and be like, I noticed your coffee. You want to come out? And like, if you said it, she'd be like, do you know even words? And
yeah,
like,
do you even know who you are?
No.
I'm like, no, apparently not.
I'm going to go wear a purple
this guy.
suit.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, you know, like people that like
Absolutely.
will just like.
You can tell.
Yeah.
And you can tell. It's
You
very
know the
easy to
difference.
spot, and it's very
For sure.
pathetic. It's sad.
Oh yeah,
It's
for
so
sure.
Sad. It's I totally agree with you. Like I don't think like pimps are the same way they were, but that's like with everything else, right? Like nothing is as cool as it was. But I don't know. I would love to. First of all, I want to know. It seems like they all shop at the same store.
Yeah. There's got to be some kind of
But
like
what kind of store?
outlet.
But that's what I mean. What's that store called?
I think that store is called the 70s.
That's the worst name ever.
It's just stuff that they find at thrift stores that actually were commonly worn in the 70s.
True, I guess. Yeah, I guess. But
don't you think that's what it would be?
But as a store owner, how in good conscience can you be like, I'm supporting something that's harmful?
Well, you don't know, right? Because you don't know.
I would highly doubt that there's a pimp out there that's a feminist.
Are you? Yeah. No. That's true. But I'm saying, like, as a store owner, are you like, I can't sell you this top hat because I know what it's gonna lead to. Like, you can't say that.
Yeah.
You can't you can't be like, I know what you're gonna become if I sell you this.
Are you preparing for this year's Halloween, or are you gonna slap a hoe?
Which one is it? Are you into slapping bitches?
Or is it just recreational?
Look at my eyes.
Tell me.
I'll know if you're telling the truth.
And then you can see his gold tooth. You're like, okay,
You're
you
like,
need to
"God,
leave.
get the fuck
You need
out
to
of
leave.
here.
You need to leave.
Your gold teeth."
We're done with you. Well, you know.
Yeah, you don't know.
No,
You know what I mean?
you're very true. Speaking of not knowing, something happened.
What happened?
Dude, here, okay. So, like, for those who don't know or missed last week's episode, which you should go back and, by the way, watch. But
Yeah, and also fix yourself.
fix yourself, all right?
You're not watching every episode.
So, as you know, I'm getting kicked out of the apartment. Well, I'm not getting kicked out, but yeah.
He is.
He
He
is.
upset his landlord. And he's getting
but
kicked
something
out.
happened recently.
What's that?
So, he apparently has a trap laid in his backyard for animals.
Okay.
And the other day he caught a squirrel.
Sick.
So he's not like placing it in an attic or like in a garden or anything. Like he's placing it in the so essentially in the wild. He's placing it like, imagine if there's a forest and you walk in there and you trap an animal because it's annoying. Like because it doesn't make sense.
Right, it's just in his backyard where the animal's not really messing with your property.
They're in the wild. It's
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't. But for some reason he has a trap there,
Right.
and he
What is he
trapped a squirrel.
And then what does he do with it?
Well, that's the thing, right? So there's no point of actually trapping the animal. Because like I said, if it was like in your attic or anything like that, you would trap it and take it out in the wild and then release it.
And be like,
right?
yeah, get away from...
But
yeah.
doing the pregnant, there's no point. So he kept it there, and apparently it died. That's not the worst part. The worst part is for some reason he decided to throw the carcass in the garbage bin. So now every time I go towards my house,
What?
I'm smelling rotten flesh. And I'm like, where the fuck? At first I thought
We're
that
sure it's not Doug. Like, we've investigated
it was like
all avenues.
that's what I've been doing last week. I would go up to
Okay.
his bedroom door and smell it just to see, okay, does it match? Does it not match?
Yeah, what's
No,
going on
at first
here?
we thought the landlord died. We were like, God damn. Like, I thought it was way too soon. But yeah, no. So I would go walk up to my door, and I would smell like rotten flesh, right? I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Maybe the garbage men forgot to take out something, and it was like food, and it was like spoiled food or whatever it is.
Right.
But it was getting intense, and then I lift up the lid. I don't want to get too graphic, but I lift up the
Right.
lid, and like the worst smell ever. So I went and to the landlord and I asked him, I said, oh,
What's
you know,
going
what's the
on
smell?
here?
I noticed that
Yeah.
you trapped a squirrel the other day. Is that there? And he was like, yeah, it's left there. I'm like, well, okay, so what's the next logical step? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
Is that what you're saying to him?
No, I didn't say that to him. I wish. But I was like, okay, well, what's the next logical step? And he goes, oh, well, then probably the garbage men aren't going to take it. Like, do you think the garbage men are going to pick up a...
Nobody's picking that up.
Nobody's picking that up.
Nobody's grabbing that.
No,
if it's that noticeable,
it's so horrible. And, like,
Yeah.
as soon as they open the lid, it's going to be maggots.
yeah. And garbage men are private companies now. It's not the city. They don't have to do anything.
They don't have to do
They don't have to do
anything.
anything.
If the bin is heavier than, like, 20 kilos or something like that, they'll slap a lid on it and be like, oh,
Yeah.
it's yours.
They just go, yeah.
Deal with it.
You deal with it. They leave you a sticker telling you what you did
Exactly, yeah.
wrong. Ugh. It's bad, man.
So, anyways, I'm glad we're leaving, so it's fine.
Yeah, you're getting out. You're going back to Libya,
But
and you
it's-
won't have to deal with any of this.
But it's brutal, man. Like, it's just common sense. It's like, well, what, buried in the backyard, do anything.
Just don't trap. Like, I don't. I'm with you in the first place. Of like, why do you have an animal trap outside? Like, if you have one, like, I understand putting one under your porch. If there's
Exactly.
skunks under there
Exactly.
spraying, something like that in your attic, that's part of your shit.
Yes.
But
It's just out in the wild.
to have
like-
one out in your yard where, of course, animals are going to go.
Like I said, it's like literally like you live across from a forest, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna lay a trap because raccoons come to my backyard. It's like
Right.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
There's no point of doing that. It's stupid. But
That's
now we
super
have to deal
stupid.
with it, and like so now what? Like this time, in this we still have 2 months.
Right.
We have 8 weeks. Anyways, so this is this is it's like I wish I want to so
You have 8 more weeks there.
yeah, I want
Right.
so badly to like just grab it and they just put it in his living room.
Yeah.
Like, deal with it. There you go. That's
Well, if the garbage men don't pick it up, maybe you should.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they
Call
will
in,
either.
folks. Tell us if they're going to pick it up or not.
know.
We'll let you know next week if they do or not.
I don't think.
But I don't. I highly doubt that they would.
No, I don't think it's gonna.
Why would they? If I was working there, I wouldn't pick it up. And even if they do pick it up, the garbage bin itself is like.
It's a write-off. It's
disgusting. We're not going to use it.
Yeah, you can't use that again.
We're not going to use it. I think the logical move is to get a new garbage bin.
And a new landlord.
If anybody knows of a new landlord, people usually ask for new place, but let's go for a new landlord. If anybody wants to be
same place, same classic place.
Yeah, you'll still take on the same position. It's
just a guy who won't kill squirrels for fun. Well, all right,
fucking
fatty.
Muppet.
Well, other than that, what's been going on?
Other than that, my friend, I've been absolutely exhausted.
Yeah,
I've been absolutely exhausted. Just this weekend is like the first week of starting the new secret project.
Yeah.
I've just been fucking tuckered out. Like my ankles hurt.
Right.
I haven't had that pain in a long time.
Big ankle swelling.
Big ankle swelling
because of the fat.
It's just because of all the fat.
Right.
All the childhood misery.
All the fatness
it's just
of your childhood.
All the racism is just stuck in my ankles.
It sits in your ankles. You've been on your feet a lot.
A lot.
That's what it is.
I'm a spoiled boy.
It's just like getting back in that
12
groove.
hours a day.
You're on your feet now.
Oh yeah. I haven't
what changed?
What do you mean?
What changed where you're on your feet for that long now?
Well, that's because of the secret project.
Oh, you're doing it that often. You're out there for so long. Okay.
Yeah, and this is like the first week out of probably 8 weeks of doing this. So
yeah, well, that's why then it's just such a drastic change.
I absolutely forgot that we were even doing the podcast because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna lay it down.
You hate me.
Oh, Jesus Christ! The cat hates us. I know I don't hate you. I think it's just that I resent you a little. No, I'm joking. No, it's oh please.
Oh my fine. He's fine.
Okay. Yeah. No. So I was just really talking. Anyways, the thing is though, it's like you just don't realize. Just how obviously you're gonna say no, I don't because I work out, blah blah blah. You're gonna say something like that.
How dare you
I know
assume what I'm gonna say?
Your fucking response is gonna be don't dare even guilt me about what? Don't stop. Don't act like I'm fucking crazy. You know that's something you were gonna say.
What?
If I dropped anything remotely close to physical activities, you'd be like, well, that's
first of all, I've never body shamed anybody in my entire life, and you're a dumb fat fuck if you say otherwise.
You're one of the pioneers of the burger flip, the ultimate body shaming move.
Okay, first of all, Doug Koning is responsible for the burger flip.
The last person that should be body shaming anybody.
I know, he's such a fool. Doug Koning told us about the burger flip, which is, of course, when you get your hand underneath a fat guy's tit and then you flick it up.
I think it's any guy, really.
I guess any guy. And then he told us what it was, and we both thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
I agree, 100%.
And then went through the Hamilton comedy scene, burger flipping every fatty that we know, which is so many fatties.
So many fatties
in the Hamilton comedy scene.
Even the ones that think they're fit. They're fatties.
Oh, they're fatties.
They're all fatties.
And if they don't think so, well, then how'd I burger flip you?
Dude, I swear to God, if you went on a diet for 3 weeks, you're like, oh my God, I lost weight. All it takes
is one burger flip
to destroy all the momentum and the ambition and motivation that you had.
The shame that sets in. That's the best part. Is it the burger flip or is it watching their soul leave their eyes?
Absolutely, because the juggle, the
jiggle, the shake,
it makes you feel or realize I'm that fat.
There's a shake.
If it's more than one shake, you're fat.
It's true.
If
it's not an immediate bounce back,
like a rubber band. If it's not
the best is still when you defended my honor when we did Mark Kostick's backyard shows last year, and I was selling merch, and I was selling a lot. and Joanna
Yes.
came by and tried to burger flip me, give me some trouble.
Yeah.
Just met this lady. And then you burger flipped her.
Well, you know what?
In front of everybody.
Well, you know what?
And it was so funny.
You know what?
Girls really hate it.
Really,
Girls,
they do.
They get
really
steamed.
do. I just felt because, like, I think there was I think there was something going on that day where I was like, you know what? She deserves one.
She's a little too much
She
chewed
deserve one
out of her. Yeah,
a little bit. You know,
See.
sometimes you just gotta you gotta burger flip your gal just so you know how much you care about her.
I gave Doug a good one the other
Oh
day.
yeah.
We'll do it in shed gym to each other sometimes.
Well, yeah. Well,
Just to
with
get it
Doug, it's
going.
like it's just there's like 400 pounds of.
Of loose skin, anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
With Doug, it's the best because you could do it from any angle.
Oh yeah.
I could be behind him. I could do it from here.
Wi-Fi. You don't even have to be in the same room.
No, I could get him right now.
If it's even a little bit windy.
Yeah. I can make it happen. I can get Doug.
I would love to see him in those skydiving tunnels where like, like indoors. I would love to see Doug in one of those. We just see like flesh everywhere.
Know, like those like flying raccoons. That'd be like his skin. It would spread that.
He grabs his tits and stretches
and
them.
he stretches it out and glides.
If he needs to break, he just uses his arm fat.
Just glides to the next Arby's.
Joey, like you're like herpes everywhere. Like it's just crazy. What are you up to, man?
Chewy's a mess.
Chewy is a fucking. I feel Chewy. I identify with Chewy more than anybody in this room.
Well, he's been doing a lot of projects lately.
That's
too,
good.
So
That's good. He's staying busy and creative, Chewy.
His ankles are killing him.
Well, you want to talk about a little bit of news, things that happen in the world? You want to
sure.
get into
I guess
that?
actually, yeah. I had a few more things I wanted
please,
to say about.
I say all of them.
No. I
don't
mean,
wanna
as
put you on
far
the
as
spot.
the news and stuff like that.
Please
in
do.
regards to, I had a few more things I wanted to say.
Please do. Let us know
about the residential schools.
Yeah, it's good. It's
like
good. Check your phone so it seems like we prepared.
Oh,
so people think that we actually checking your notes. It really it's really good. Do that.
I just want to know when I can get the hell out of here. You know what I mean?
What I love about it is like there's no contract in place or anything. There's no like you have to do an hour. So we're not working for Sirius XM.
According to our sponsor, Exhibit,
exactly.
We do have to cover it. Exhibit's in the back.
Shout out Exhibit.
Sharpening a machete.
But yeah, the reserves. Sorry, residential
school.
Jesus.
The only other point I was gonna make is just like kind of like a callback to
last week's episode.
Not only to last week's episode and the 215 children who were found in Kelowna, BC, but also kind of a shout out to like past episodes that we've had where we've talked about teachers that have been like inappropriate or kind of like bully-ish.
Yes, we were ahead of the curve.
We were definitely ahead of the curve. I think that's why they did the digging in the first place of our episode.
I think they heard it. They're like
they did. They're like
actually the fastest rising podcast in all of Canada spoke about this. So they're like, let's go talk about it.
Let's go check things out. But no, what I wanted to say is that like, you know, we both had like asshole teachers that we just thought were like a little bit. Could you imagine living with them, like around the clock?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, imagine like that's where you lived. You went to school.
You imagine
and
like here's the thing, these teachers like didn't just like give these kids a bad grade or anything like that.
Oh no, they weren't just cornering and just like trying to be a little bit intimidating.
No, this is like they kill them, brutalize them. Like just imagine how that would be. You're right, absolutely. You can't even put yourself in that state of mind.
I can't even imagine.
Just because because if you think about all the times that you hated your teacher, it's probably because of the way they spoke to you or the way they approached you or, they gave you a bad grade or even worse, maybe touched you, stuff like that.
Sure.
And these are, all valid, very of reasons,
course.
right?
Yeah.
But, like, imagine one step ahead. First of all, telling you that who you are, your race is, like, absolutely savages and you guys are, like, beneath whatever. And it's like, and you're torn from your family. Like, these kids were living with their parents, and they kidnapped them, and they took them away.
Is that how it happened? It was like a kidnapping?
I think that's kind of like, you've been here before me, so you would know. But, like, I think from what I've heard, it was that
Canada doesn't exactly give out this information.
No, they don't. But I think
right?
from from indigenous people, they would tell that the way the stories were is that, these missionaries would come to. By the way, fun fact: missionary style was named after them.
Did you look into that?
No, you said it.
I did say it.
I believe you.
Nah, you should do
I
more
want to
research.
believe it. So you're saying that 9/11 didn't happen?
Native people have known
forever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you
we're
hear
the
this,
ones that are like, oh my God,
we're
this
just
is what's
getting
happening.
the update. Yeah.
Because I was talking to Michael Moses
Oh
the
boy.
other day, and then he said that he was talking to Joe Patello.
Oh boy.
Enemy of the podcast.
Enemy.
Joe Patello.
This is a game of telephone.
And Joe Patello's wife is Native, and I guess Joe was saying like she didn't really seem too fazed by it. I'm like, well, and I was telling Michael, he's like, because he said that to me, I was like, well, she wouldn't. She's known her whole life that white people have been shitty to Aboriginal people.
No.
It's not shocking to her.
No, why?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To her, she's like, yeah, of course that fucking happened.
Yeah, and it's very much infuriating, right? Because you've lived this reality, and to you've lived it for so long, not just you, but you and your siblings and maybe even your parents. It's been your whole life just constantly being attacked all the time. It almost becomes like the default state of existing. To you, it's like almost background becomes.
Yes.
Right? And there might have been times where they've even seen other natives speak out about it, and then they would get ridiculed or nobody would believe them.
Right.
So you'd be like, well, what's the point?
So what's the point? Why am I jumping in to deal with this shit?
But then decades later, they're like, oh, this thing happened. And they're like, yeah. We've been telling everybody.
Obviously, clearly.
And
that's what was happening.
We only believed it once white people had no
see
choice.
We had no choice. It's right in front of us.
So you understand why that would be infuriating, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, oh, so it's only because that in itself is still like not the right progress. Still, it's not the it's not the best form of progress, because even though we're progressive, it seems that somehow still to this day things are not uncovered or not solidified until I don't want to say white people in the worst way, but the white population, the majority population, it's only a truth until the white population decides that it is.
Right. That's when it becomes fact.
Me Too. Like the Me Too move and all these things. It was only like when finally like a big producer,
a celebrity woman, was like Melissa Milano. It wasn't until she comes forward.
Yeah, and then
that I guess it's a big deal.
But imagine if it was like.
But how many victims were being ignored before that?
Yeah, but imagine if the first victim was like a black actress that said it.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody would have believed it, probably.
I believe it.
I mean,
probably
Harvey Weinstein was. It's very like I want to know who all of his victims were. Were there any of them that were like not white? I would love to know that.
If so, they're definitely not the ones that get put in the forefront
definitely
of like
not,
how
no.
this.
I mean, you saw how
right?
it was with Cosby, right? It was like there's a bunch of black women that came from.
Maybe that's why he got away with it for years and years, and it wasn't until. Because when it's black women, 50 of them have to come forward.
That's really it fucks up.
Yeah.
It fucks with you.
True. But did you hear Pope Francis's apology? That was pretty heartwarming.
I didn't see it, but I heard about it. I heard that he apologized.
It was just like this vague piece of shit.
I mean, what is he gonna say?
I don't know, man. I'd launch an investigation. That's what you should be doing.
True, I agree with that. I'd
be cracking, I'd be kicking down doors.
Hell yeah.
If you're really sorry,
crack down some
be like,
confessional
we're gonna
booths.
find these motherfuckers, or I'm not
agree.
Pope motherfucking Francis.
Yeah, be a PF, baby.
Motherfucker.
It was like,
that's what I do.
Motherfucking sucking my dick when I come in looking for
fucking
you.
suck on these holy balls, you motherfuckers. I don't know. Maybe that's just my style.
He's making it rain with the holy water.
He just fucking doused it.
It's like, no, Father, you can't just be wasting that.
It's like, to the windows. To the stained glass windows.
He's like, God damn, I knew this Pope Francis was progressive. I didn't know he was this cool.
Out of control.
Wow, this guy's crazy. Don't bring him to parties.
I love it.
No, I think it was the same thing with like Mark Ruffalo. I don't know if you've heard, but Mark Ruffalo, when in the beginning of the Palestine-Israel, I don't want to call it conflict.
Did Mark Ruffalo give a statement?
He gave a statement.
Thank God.
But the thing here's what he said. In the beginning, he was like, it doesn't matter, if Hamas is a terrorist organization or anything. Like the Israeli government is really disproportionately pretty much it was very pro-Palestine.
Yes,
but without the anti-Semitism, right? And then I think somebody got to him, and then he launched another tweet where he said that
he's more in the middle,
both sides.
Yeah.
He really reeled it in. That Disney money is really good.
You know what happened?
That Marvel money is really good.
Bill Maher dropped from the ceiling.
Bill Maher. Oh my God, I fucking hate that guy.
You don't talk about the Jews.
Oh my God. He pisses me off so much. He's such a piece of shit. I don't like him. Oh, so smug, and he's not nearly as funny or talented.
Like Mark Ruffalo.
That's him too.
Everybody knows that.
Him too. I mean, even though he's pro-Palestine, but fuck him for withdrawing that back. But that's what I mean. When you get to a certain position,
right?
The amount of statements that you can make are less and less and less. Like Elon Musk can only say what he says.
That's the thing. Yeah, because he's kind of self-made, right?
Well, because he owns.
He owns it.
It's
all.
Like it's not like because some Mark. I think Microsoft, Bill Gates probably doesn't own most of Microsoft. Maybe the same thing with Jeff Bezos. But with Tesla, Elon owns the majority of it. It's his business.
He can say what he wants.
He can say he's his own boss. He can say whatever the fuck he wants. He doesn't have a board
That's the thing
of
with these Hollywood stars. Right?
Buddy.
You got this big platform. You can actually say something.
It's like, no, I can't.
No, they can't.
It's like only 5 things that I can say.
It's like their agent is like, this is what you will release, or their manager is like, this is what you will release. At this time.
Yeah.
And then you'll fucking back off it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of Elon Musk,
go
on.
Where's Kylie Jenner in all of this?
Where's Kylie Jenner?
What I mean?
I want to know where Kylie Jenner is. She, her and her sister.
Just give up Pepsi.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Israel and Palestine.
Yeah, the Pepsi, and then they were doing the tequila, and they were accused of stealing Mexican culture. So I want to know. There's nobody nobody's has endured a lot of social scrutiny just like as much as Kylie Jenner. This poor woman, her investment choices are so bad.
It's been the hardest on her.
She did Pepsi. They were all shitting over the commercial.
That commercial was brutal.
It was brutal, dude. We are the Jew and we had a Muslim girl in there, like fucking just one. Okay, whatever.
You're mad that it wasn't more Muslim girls in the Pepsi
I was
commercial?
Actually the time you include Muslims, you put them in a shitty thing. Fucking hide the.
Oh, in an embarrassment.
Yeah,
of a
don't
commercial.
Put her in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we need Kylie Jenner. I don't think anybody can endure
a
good pro-Palestine scrutiny than Kylie Jenner can. She's the best one to throw in a pro-Palestine tweet and then just
right now just have the public shit on her.
Yes.
Instead of looking at what's actually going on.
Exactly. It's the best thing in the world.
That's the way.
And that's another thing too. Like the whole thing with a lot of people love saying, "Oh, it's been going on for so long," but somehow. Most people only paid attention till now when they had social media, and then white people started believing it.
Yeah, again, it blows up on Twitter, and white people can see it firsthand. Then it's real.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's very true.
It's crazy. It's But speaking of Elon Musk, by the way, his girlfriend Grimsby, whatever the fuck her name is.
Grimes?
I don't know. Grimace? Is it? I don't know.
It's Grimace. You're right.
It's Grimace.
It's Grimace, the purple character.
Yeah.
From McDonald's.
His girlfriend, his current girlfriend, she's a famous Canadian singer. We talked about it. The one that got the grant.
Rita McNeil. Go on.
Shania Twain.
Shania
Twain.
Wait, you told me how she got that grant.
Yeah, she got that grant, even though she's she had a kid with one of the most richest people in the world. She said, "Hey, to all the communists, you should be in favor of AI." Because then people don't have to work and all the robots are going to be doing the work and we can all enjoy the wealth.
Right.
So she was like, support AI, because my fucking boyfriend is an AI. And everybody was obviously like shitting on her.
Oh, were people mad about that?
Oh, they were so mad. People were
That
like,
upset
they're
people?
like, we're not gonna listen to a fucking 23-year-old.
She's 23?
She's 23.
Okay, well, even if she was making a good point, I'd say, like, let's ignore it. I didn't realize she was 23.
That's the thing. Even if you're 23, you could just be like, hey, we should all get along and we should stop
And then we're like,
racism.
oh, shut the fuck
shut
up.
Oh, shut up. Go fucking do a TikTok, you fucking loser.
Also, that's not even a good point anymore. World peace, man. Yeah. Oh, you thought of world... Thank you.
Hey, everybody.
Whoa.
Everybody. Listen.
Hey, nobody's tried this yet, but this...
That's the thing,
we fucking
right? When you
tune in
say
on this
things like
guy?
we should all
all get along.
we should delete all.
Why didn't I fucking think about getting along with
we
people?
should delete all the world's debt. Well, you know what's gonna happen? Penguins are gonna start wearing top hats. That's not how the world functions. You can't just delete.
And that's how pimps are made. So be careful.
And then Cass started writing letters to the prime minister and shit like that. You can't just delete something or just like a grand like sweeping statement about stuff. That's not how the world works.
No. But,
that's not how the world works.
But she tried anyway.
She
gave it a good shot. She went for it.
She did a TikTok video. She ain't gonna.
She tried. Fucking 50 million views ain't nothing to fucking scoff at.
She tried. She gave it a shot.
She gave it a shot.
Let's
give her a hand.
Oh, so funny, dude.
Grimace, we love you, baby.
Oh, it's so funny. It was good effort, Grimace. Good effort. Let's try again.
Grimmy, baby.
I love it. It's literally what it is. That's literally what it is to be young. Is that you think all your opinion. And I'm not saying that we're like. I mean, we're kind of not that stupid young anymore. I'm 29. You're 65. Like it's a.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
We're no longer in the age where your opinion is world peace. Like you can't say that anymore.
You can't say
There's
that
a
anymore.
cutoff.
No, there is a cutoff.
There's a cutoff, right?
There's a cutoff where
you
you just have to stop passing the joint
exactly.
after a while.
Because we meet a lot of like crazy adults when we do shows, and sometimes when they're trying to be pontificating with us, and they say something, and you're like, oh yeah. You shut up! You don't know who you are.
You don't even know anything.
You don't even nothing.
I can't be around you.
It's pathetic.
Yeah.
If you're like over 25 and you still don't have like solid opinions about at least some things, then you're not Grimace. You can't afford to do that.
No.
So she was like, some people were like shitting on her, and she was talking about communism. People were like, aren't you like married to one of the 0.001% like richest people in the world? Like,
yeah, you want to talk about sharing
talk
the
about
wealth?
Communism? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you want to talk about sharing wealth?
It's literally
Shut up.
If that happened, you and your boyfriend are the first ones to go. Like, you're so privileged.
Yeah,
you're so rich.
if we like literally were to be like, let's evenly disperse wealth, the first thing we're doing is eating Elon Musk's heart.
Absolutely. You and your fucking.
That's where I'm at. I'm not like world peace. I'm like eat the rich. You know what I mean? That's the age I'm at.
That's why I'm postponing getting rich.
Yeah, because you want the revolution to happen to them first.
Knowing
then you
my
come
luck,
in.
knowing my luck,
you'll do it just before the revolution.
Exactly.
And they all kill you.
Exactly. If the world allows me to be successful,
Smart.
I get rich on Friday. The revolution happens on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's like I was just out for brunch for the first time.
You're like, I didn't get the Facebook invite. People are stabbing you.
I finally managed to get into Gordon Ramsay's restaurant.
I love that. That's like your rich moment.
It's my rich thing.
There's so many things you could be doing.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay comes over. How's the souffle? And then like fucking people come in. They just fucking decapitate
him. Spear you. That's awesome.
They go through the beef Wellington.
Just into you. Yeah. That's a good movie.
It's raw.
That's my next project. That's the one that's going to hurt my ankles.
I really do. It's such an old person pain. Ankles.
It's so funny, though. But it happens.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Dude, it
really does. It really does.
No, if you're on your feet for a while, it's going to happen. And then you feel like you're 100 years old. But it could happen to anybody.
Oh, yeah. I gave it a shot. I did.
You did. You tried. You did your best.
Oh my God! So did we have is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm good. You want to do the email?
Let's do the emails, yeah. Because we're at minute 50, so we should milk that for another 10 minutes, and we're good to go.
I'll tell you this.
Oh my God!
All right.
Is it the same
guy?
guy?
You can email us at insearchofpen. No, my God.
Let's try that again.
You can email us at insearchofzenpodcast@outlook.com. Outlook, the email of the next generation.
Thank you, Outlook.
Man, I'm really fucking up. I'm laughing too much with the grimace thing. Okay. This email is again from Jason Bate. He really goes for it this time because I feel like last week he
was heavy on you.
No, last week I feel like they were just pleasant. They were just kind of more normal questions.
He was switching it up, and it's a he because no woman is this evil.
No.
At least not in this dumb way.
No, definitely not. But right out of the gate, he's an asshole. Are you ready?
Oh my! I'm not ready, but let's go.
From Jason Bate. How would you kill each other?
What?
It's the first question.
What? We just talked about is one of us rich?
Yeah, only if
that would make it easier.
Only if AJ's project really takes off, do I kill him. Let's put it that way.
Oh my god, this fucking.
This guy. No, we're not killing each other. You fucking wish.
Yeah, exactly. We're meant for each other forever.
Here's the next question. This one's great. Do you think you'll ever get an email from someone other than an anonymous internet troll? I fucking hope so, man.
I really hope so.
I hope so. Email us, In Search of Zen podcast at Outlook.com. Outlook, the podcast of the new generation.
Fucking thank you, Outlook.
Yeah, no, I don't know. You're a monster.
Well, let me tell you this, Mr. fucking Jason Bate. What makes you think that you're the only email? Maybe your email is so evil and so bad
that you're the only one we read.
Yeah, because the other people are just so polite, and you've ruined it. How about that? You ever thought about that? How I would kill you, though, however, is just easily just replace this with a regular A&W.
You think he has diabetes?
Oh,
you're saying about me?
Yeah. How would we kill each other?
You understand that a diabetic knows when their blood sugar is high, right? You fucking idiot. You think that it's like fucking bleach or something?
Okay, here's
I just die?
Here's another way. You would lift weights, and then I just end up putting like 40 pounds each on each side, and then it just smashes your...
Oh, and then you just watch me get stronger in front of you?
You lift him like that's not the plan. And then it just pour A&W regular on your face.
It gives me even more energy.
Exactly. I think I would attack the two things that you fear and love the most. Sugar and weights.
I would put a loud alarm clock in your bag and let the officers of the law do the rest.
Here's the thing. I wasn't being racist. Now you're playing dirty.
Of course you weren't being racist.
Now you're playing dirty.
I'm white.
I can't.
You can't touch white guys.
I don't know.
They're off limits. Everybody knows that.
It's not that you're off limits. It's just what do you say to a white person?
What do you say to a white guy? It's gonna hurt me.
Oh my god! Like you're
you're white. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I am. It's great.
It's pretty good.
I'm like, I'm so
pretty
jealous.
Good over here.
That's why I rub on you. I'm hoping someone gets on me. Jesus, hasn't worked yet. No, I think that would be a good play. Did I tell you one time? Speaking of bombs and bags, that actually did happen once, though.
Oh, really?
I was in a Boston Pizza of all places.
The one place you would want a bomb.
Which is really like,
for sure.
Fair enough. Which, like, one place if they would suspect an Arab person's up to no good would definitely be in Boston Pizza.
Yeah.
I had a bag in my shoulder and I left. I put my phone in it, and it went. Somebody was calling me. But it so happened at the same time that I was trying to put it down and grab something from a friend. So as soon as I dropped it and it rang and I went to get something from my friend, it looked like I just dropped the bomb and went away.
Running.
And then people were like looking, and it was like everybody was looking around, and they literally had to stop. And I realized immediately what I did,
right?
And I just went back. I'm like, "It's mine."
And they're like, "Man!"
Everyone's like, "Go back to having fun." Woo! We done.
Like world peace, guys.
world peace, everybody.
All right, he's young and cool. We could trust this guy.
He tried. He gave it a shot. But yeah, that's so I definitely would see that be, as long as you do it in a Boston Pizza, I think you're good.
I think you're allowed to commit terrorist attacks at a Boston Pizza, as far as I'm concerned.
I think even the white people that are there are like, yeah, we deserve it.
We deserve to go.
We knew this was a bad idea.
The plan was to die at Boston Pizza tonight. Thank you.
Yeah. hence the fucking
the pierogi pizza.
Yeah,
I ordered.
exactly.
I'm trying to kill myself.
I ordered once. I went to Boston Pizza. I don't know why I keep going to the place that hurts me the most. But I went to Boston Pizza once. It was around Thanksgiving, and they had a Thanksgiving pizza.
Fuck yeah,
dude! I ordered it.
You had it?
Yeah,
you did.
It was the most nonsensical thing ever in the world.
Of course, it's bananas.
It probably did have bananas.
That's a fruit salad pizza. It's got bananas and grapefruit.
Oh my god, it's like kiwi on it. It's like, all right, these are all good things on their own. They don't mix. It had cranberry, it had turkey on it, and gravy and stuffing.
Boston Pizza, what are you doing,
I'm
man?
Like, is everybody? Well, are people okay at the Boston Pizza headquarters?
Nobody's okay at a Boston Pizza. The restaurant or the headquarters.
They were like, please.
You know what's Canadian?
What's Canadian?
Boston Pizza.
No, it's
a Canadian
sense.
company, and they called it Boston Pizza.
It really encapsulates everything about the Canadian way. Jealousy of American things.
And then naming it
after American things. And attempting to make unique things that end up flopping.
That are just
are lazy and unoriginal.
Yeah. They're just confusing.
It's confusing.
Why is there a Tic Tac pizza? If you're on a date, you're like, what? Boston Pizza?
Bread and mint? What the fuck? What is going on? No, Boston Pizza is it's where all evil things come to life. It's
true.
And you can literally, if you were one of the people that were in charge of come up with the menu, there's no way you can. It's the most secure jobs in the world. The Boston Pizza creative department.
Because there's no
the weatherman.
There's no bad ideas at a Boston Pizza.
No ads.
No, there's like in a pitch at Boston Pizza. There's no bad ideas.
Open, just whatever you want.
Yeah.
Fucking turkey style pizza.
Fuck
Thanksgiving style pizza. Whatever. Christmas. Fucking put a mistletoe on it. You start kissing your waitress. Whatever it is.
It all goes.
Have fun.
It all works on pizza.
It all works on pizza. Italians are like, what the fuck did we do to you, Boston Pizza? Why did you?
Also, great impression. I thought there was an Italian man sitting next to me.
I feel like I sounded more like the mother from Godfather 2.
You nailed it. I don't know. I was convinced. There's a full-blown Italian sitting next to me.
Oh, it was. Have you ever been to Mario's? Eastside Mario's?
Eastside.
You and I should go there.
Yes, I've been to Eastside Mario's. Mario's?
Mario's?
That sounds like a different place
You ever been
altogether.
To Super Mario Bros. 3?
You have to say Eastside, or it doesn't make sense.
You ever been to Side Mario's?
Ever been to a Side Mario's? Yes, I've been to an Eastside Mario's.
I've never been.
You've never been?
I've never been.
Okay, well, this changes everything.
Is it everything? It's been
It is.
Are the rumors true?
Yeah, of endless salad and garlic bread. Yeah, those rumors are true. They don't do it on Skip the Dishes, though. You can't just keep making them drive it over to you. It's just bullshit because it's fucking pandemic.
But by the way, though, speaking of that, this Friday things are opening again. It was supposed to be Monday.
Yeah, he's speeding it up because the elections are coming, right? That's what's happening.
But we're also doing well, though.
But we are doing well. Like, numbers are going down.
Yeah.
But isn't it non-essential shopping? I don't know if it's restaurants. Is it?
You can eat on patios, but I think no more than you can eat outdoors, but no more than 10 people.
I don't even know if Eastside Mario's has a patio.
Damn it! Fuck. Well,
I'll look into it.
The endless breadsticks are gonna have to wait. Then. Yes, call in. And so we're gonna be looking forward to that. So we have some updates for next week's episode when we come over. We got some continuous story threads. We'll update you next week on what happens.
Yeah, and hopefully I have a new car by next Tuesday.
We'll talk about that too. So we appreciate you guys for listening. Please follow us on all social medias. Like this video. Smash subscribe button.
For the love of God, email us at insearcheszen.
Please, just say hi. We'll read it. We just don't want to hear from Jason Beta anymore.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Well, thank you guys. And yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Bye.
Bye.